This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup at Delco Meets, the number 4 business, register, and attend one of our incredible networking meetings. We meet the 1st through the 4th Tuesday at the Whole Foods in Newtown Square. We meet the 1st through the 4th Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Tiffany McMenamin of Spinsanity. Tiffany, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rich. Thanks for having me on. This is exciting.
I'm thinking the excitement's just going to continue to build. From our conversation today, what is Spinsanity?
Well, Spinsanity Delco is a small indoor cycle studio that opened back in 2020. We like to call it a little corner of heaven in Delco.
Okay, you tease that. What is the little corner in Delco? What can people expect when they come there?
So it's a small studio with big, high energy. It's not just indoor cycling. We do offer other classes there. We're predominantly women that are in the space. It is a woman-owned and operated business. And what we do is we kind of go deeper than endorphins. It's not your typical exercise and fitness class. It's something that, we get in there and we work hard. You've probably heard of the runner's high. We like to call it the spinner's high. We get in there and we just go deeper than endorphins. We start to build up the sweat and release the good energy and just go beyond that. We go really, really deep for the soul and just get rid of any toxins and negativity, anything that you're facing in life. We just let it go. We leave it on the bike and we just encourage and support each other in all aspects of life.
2020, my mindset goes to COVID. And this sounds like another business that was a COVID baby that came out of all that was going on with the pandemic. How did this get started for you?
So many years prior to that, I had been a cycle instructor and had built a pretty decent following. Had a lot of clients that would line up for my classes in gyms that I worked elsewhere prior to my husband suggesting I open my own studio. We just kind of toyed with the idea a little bit. 2020 rolled around and it was February of 2020 and we accidentally, I don't really know if there's such thing as accidents, fell upon a place on Fairview Road that was for rent, made a couple phone calls, and the next thing I know, within a week, we were signing a lease at the end of February and set to open April 1st. 2 weeks following the lease, COVID shut everything down. So we had to kind of pull back a little on moving forward with that. We utilized the time to have some people come in and do some work in the area and the studio alone. At the time, I actually had a 9-year-old come in and spray paint Spinsanity on the wall. Him and his mom would come in for a few days and it looks fabulous. It's amazing. And the fact that this tiny artist was 9 and he was local was just great. So we had some murals done on the opposite wall. So it gave some people who couldn't get out of the house the space to get out of the house and do what they love in their work. So it was great to be able to do that. And then when we were finally allowed to come together as groups outside, we just pulled the bikes out in the parking lot and just pulled the trigger and made it go. And, whoever wanted to show up and work out and move their body, that's what we did. It was a blessing to be able to give them that space to offer that and to do that. And we just thrived and totally excelled from that point on. But it was great. There's always triumph in every tragedy. So it's cool to be able to do that at the time.
Talk about the classes, the activities that people can participate in today when they come to Spinsanity.
Okay, so we have about anywhere from 20 to 30 classes per week. We do some pop-ups on Friday nights, Thursday nights. Right now, we offer what we like to call is our Rev and Ripped classes, which is an hour class, but they're 30 minutes of indoor cycling followed by 30 minutes of group fitness on the floor, a little bit of strength work, or we may throw in some sculpt and toning, but it's predominantly a 60-minute class that's split. It's all fitness levels, everyone of any age, any background. Our instructors are certified and professional. We offer modifications for everything. We do also offer TRX classes, stretch classes. We've recently brought on what we call a weights and walking class on Thursday evenings, where we get about a group of 20 to 25 of us, and we do a 2.5-mile walk together. It's a lot of camaraderie. And it's great too, because it's a great way for people who are just starting out in their fitness journey to just pop in with us and go for a walk. It's steady state cardio. And then from there, we try to encourage people to get on the bikes, to pick up some weights, and to move with a little more intensity.
Do you remember when you were bitten by the fitness bug, or were you where you decided and said, "This is my life's journey. This is the lifestyle that I'm going to live"?
It's been a part of my life since I was really, really young teenager. My dad was an avid runner who participated in the Boston Marathon. My mom was an avid walker. I remember the first breast cancer walk in Philly. I had done that when I was 14. I love to walk and be in nature. So I want to say that that's where it started. Also growing up in the era with, like Denise Austin and Jane Fonda and the step works with my mom, which was great. It was a great way to bond with my mom. Growing up as a teenager. And then from that point on, it just excelled into different areas. I do remember taking indoor cycling for the first time, probably 15 years ago. And it was such a challenge for me that I thought when I got off the bike and my face was tomato red and I couldn't breathe and I was hanging all over the bike and I thought I was close to death. And thankfully I didn't die. But at that point I thought, well, this is something that's really difficult, but ironically, I really enjoyed it. So I just went back. I took the challenge head on and I went back and eventually several classes later, I really just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the music and how it made me feel and how my body moved. And it wasn't so intense that the challenge wasn't so intense that I wanted to throw the towel in. So, one step in front of the other, or as I like to say, one pedal stroke at a time. I just got a little better and a little better. And I just felt inside that it gave me something that no other exercise would. So I started to bring that to the bike and got certified. And the next thing I know, here I am with this thriving business of indoor cycling and helping other women get that feeling.
Tiffany, you can feel your passion, your excitement, your energy for spinning, Spinsanity, bicycling, fitness. Who motivates you? Who inspires you?
Oh, well, my biggest motivation, honestly, I do have to say, comes from God and my blessings and just being grateful constantly that I just get to move my body. And then the women around me and my family. I have 3 daughters. They are all student athletes. I watch them work really hard. They are such a top priority in my life. And I want to be a good example for them. I want to be a good example for my up and coming females, in not just in my immediate family, but the surrounding area, for the community. It's so important for us to know and not take for granted that we have this breath in us, that we have this body that can move. So many people don't have that opportunity on the daily. And it's just body movement is a thing, whether it's a few steps forward or several pedal strokes on a bike. It's so important to keep our body moving and to not take that for granted.
You talked about the classes, the different varieties, and the different degrees of levels that people can participate in. Do you have any large events, anything that's coming up for Spinsanity?
We do. Sometimes we will take the bikes to Ridley Park Lake and we'll do some cycle classes out there, which is great to be out in the open and in the community. And that's open for all people. We try to do that in the fall and in the spring. But moving forward, we're really excited about this new event that's coming up at the end of June, beginning of July is a tentative date. It will be Spinsanity's first annual triathlon, where we will do some biking in the studio, a quick little run at any level. Again, it could be a brisk walk, it could be a stroll, and then we'll end up at a local pool to finish it up. So it's nothing intense like, these crazy triathlons. And it's just something really fun that we're going to do as a community and really encourage each other. Little bike work, little walk, little run, and then finishing in the pool. And it would be early in the AM before it's extremely hot, because we know how hot it gets.
What I love about this is you're planting seeds. And similar to your experience, you tried it and you didn't die, as you said, but not only that, it became something that you figured out that was important for you, whether it was mental health, physical health, spiritual health. It fit with where you see yourself, where you want to go. This triathlon idea, the next thing you know, you're now arranging and organizing the Delco Triathlon. I mean, this is how it happens, Tiffany. And, or somebody in your studio is going to look and say, I love what I'm doing on my bike. I'm going to start getting outside and going for long rides outside, or I'm going to do my first triathlon or first half something or other. But that's where you impact. That's where you literally get the opportunity to change people's lives every day.
Yeah, and it really is such a blessing to do that. And it's like you said, that seeds get planted, seeds were planted with me. And I am a firm believer, and I say it often, the seeds do get planted and you have to water them, but flowers grow in the valley. So it's usually when we're at our deepest, darkest, at a bottom, like a total rock bottom, where we think, how there's nothing left. What am I going to do? And, exercise and body movement showed up for me at that time. And it was like, this is it. The only way to go is upward. And when you have a little bit of that hope, a tiny bit of hope, things change.
Where do people find you? How can they contact you?
Well, you can find us on all the social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. We do have a website, spinsanityfitness.com. You can Google us and we will pop up. But you could usually find us anywhere.
And where's the physical location for people to come by?
We are located at 1253 Jefferson Avenue in Woodlyn, PA, right behind Rocco's Pizza. And there's some motivation there. As you're pushing those pedals, you can definitely smell the pizza, which makes you want to push a little faster.
All right, well then I have to ask, where are you going for your pizza when you have a pizza craving?
Oh no, there's so many of them in Delco. There's so many. I cannot limit to one. There's so many good pizza shops in Delco. We love them all.
Feel free to mention a couple if you like.
Well, we do love Rocco's, but we're also big fans of Emilio's Pizza up on McDade, Thunderbird. Whoop whoop. We'll shout them all out. We do love our pizza.
What are your favorite toppings? What are your go-tos?
Oh, I am a pepperoni pizza girl.
All right, you've satisfied your pizza craving. How about cheesesteaks? Where are you going for cheesesteaks in Delco?
Oh, no. Well, I am a Steve Prince of Steaks girl at the Jersey Shore.
You're out and about and you have a convenience store need. Where are you going to, Wawa or Royal Farms?
Oh, definitely. Hands down, Wawa. Hands down.
Tiffany, how do you explain Delco to someone who's never heard of Delco before or has not been here before?
Well, I say Delco is a small town outside of Philly, and it's a complete lifestyle.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town, and you want to give them or take them to that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
First and foremost, they're coming to Spinsanity.
That goes without saying.
First and foremost, we're hitting there. We'll definitely hit up a Wawa because we all know you have to stop at a Wawa. We're going to stop at Armour Coffee.
All right, so here's what I'm getting from you. We're going to get our endorphins going. We're going to stop at a Wawa, most likely get some Wawa coffee, a hoagie. Who knows what people are going to experience there. And then you're going for more coffee, which I love. And probably, you'll finish the day on such a high, you'll go back to Spinsanity.
Yes, we'll start with coffee, go to Spinsanity, a little more coffee and more Spinsanity, and then coffee to end the night.
I love it, Tiffany. Is there anything we haven't talked about on the podcast today? Anything you want listeners to know more about you or more about Spinsanity?
Well, Spinsanity would not be what it is today if it wasn't for the fabulous team and the members and clients that we have on board. It's not a single person that creates success. It's a team effort. And I definitely would not be able to do this without my husband, my children, and the amazing community of Spinsanity that we have in there today.
Here's what happens. You take one candle, you put in another candle, everything burns brighter. Those candles start to light other candles. That's what you are. That's where Spinsanity is. You brighten the world. You brighten the Delco community. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. Remember, like, share, comment on the Spinsanity socials. Do that for What's Happening Delco. We look forward to seeing you out and about in the Delco community, Tiffany. Maybe doing one of those little cycle bikes out onto the lake and just motivating people to get out there and be the healthiest version that they can. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.